In this video, we are going to be talking about beef cattle. We're with Marybeth Feutz. Marybeth and her husband, John, live between Fort Branch and Princeton, Indiana. The mailboxes say one thing, the maps say something else. So we'll let those different technologies argue back and forth about where they live. Both of them are vets. She's a large animal vet, he's a mixed animal vet, and they have cattle. Marybeth is going to show us around, introduce us to the herd, talk to us a little bit about what they eat, how they manage the manure in this area, what they do in terms of putting out on pasture for grazing during the nicer times of year, all those kind of things and more.
Here's Bo. He is a retired roper. We got him for free.
Everybody has to have one of these, right? Oh, I was trying to keep the camera from getting horse smooches, but okay. So what do you feed the horse? Just some...
So he gets just a little bit of sweet feed. It's bulked out with some rolled oats. And the oats really don't have a whole lot of nutritional value, but it gives him more to eat and he feels like he's getting more to do. And it keeps him busy so the cows can finish their dinner while he's still working. And he gets a little bit of a biotin supplement for his hooves. He's had a lot of trouble with his hooves.
A biotin supplement.
Yep. So hooves are just like fingernails.
I was thinking.
Yep. And he's had pretty fragile, delicate fingernails, essentially. Yeah. So the biotin helps to strengthen that a little bit, along with proper shoeing on a regular basis.
Do you ride him much?
We've owned him for 2 years and I've ridden him once about 2 weeks ago. So no. My son's going to show him in 4-H this summer.
Oh, okay.
In mini 4-H. So it's time to start getting him back in shape and getting some of the bucks out of him. So.
Yeah, gosh, that's funny. All right, well, I better not mess your timing up.
Yeah, let me get the corn here. Go, ladies.
This is obviously where you feed them, is over here.
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
So they usually get a little more, but my bag was empty. This is just a little bit of cracked corn. They survive, for the most part, just on grass, hay, and then pasture. She's the youngest by, she is just a year now, so she's the youngest and the lowest on the total poll.
What breed are they?
These are all black Angus. Some of them are an Angus Limousin cross, half and half. But we give them cracked corn through the winter when it's really cold. They're all pretty heavy pregnant now. We're due to start having calves hit the ground any day now. So a little extra corn is a little extra calories for them while they're growing their babies and then while they're lactating. But it's a really good training method too. As you can see, they know what it means when somebody's out here. That poor thing. Michelle's not gonna let you in. See if I can get my bag open, my other bag open, and give her a couple handfuls.
She made it in.
Oh, good.
I kicked it back in. It was getting too far away. And they got all excited then.
Their tongues are longer than you would imagine.
How long is the tongue?
Well, hey, Michelle. Want nothing to do with you. I don't know. It's long enough that they can stick it like all the way up their nose if they really need to. So they're long and flexible. Not
But
quite
think
like
of
a giraffe.
just touching the tip of your nose isn't
Yeah.
enough.
No, they go straight up in the nostril. Like that. Yep.
So they all have names?
They do not all have names. They all have a number. Michelle has a name. When she was born in January, was Inauguration Day for President Obama. And we had a boy calf and a girl calf born in January on Inauguration Day. So we had a Barack and a Michelle. She actually got frostbite on her ears, so she has really teeny ears that are too small to put a number ID tag in.
Oh, funny.
So we just always know it's Michelle because she has no ears. She gets a fly tag to keep the flies off her in the summer, but she doesn't have a number tag. Everybody else has a number. John, my husband, can recognize them from across the pasture, and he knows exactly who is who and what they're up to. I'm not that good, but I can usually take a picture and zoom in enough to see the number.
How many cows?
We have 9 here. 7 of them are pregnant and due to calf over the next couple of weeks. We have another pasture where we keep what we call our commercial beef herd, and that's just crossbred beef cattle, kind of the mutts of the cattle world. And we have about 20 up there.
And all cows and calves?
Yes. So we are what we call a cow-calf farm. So we have the cows, the female adults. When they have their calves, we keep them until the calves are 6 to 8 months old, and then we sell the calves. We actually share ownership of a bull with my uncle, or with John's uncle. The bull usually lives at John's uncle's farm, but so he comes and does his work in the spring.
Wow.
They clean it up. They don't kid around.
No, they don't.
And here comes the horse.
Mess with them.
I told you the timing's got to be just right. He's a jerk.
Well, they got almost everything cleaned up.
You're a brat.
That's funny.
So he's a retired roper and he loves being out with the cows, but he's definitely the alpha.
Well, makes sense.
Right now they're in what we call their winter pasture, which is not exclusively available at winter time. But they've got this section here, our feeding pen. There's an alleyway down there. We can close off the alley to keep them all up here if we need to. But then they've got there's a whole square down there that's in the white tape that goes around to that little gray shed.
Oh, okay.
And they've got that whole square down there available right now. We've got another pasture about the same size on the other side of the house. It's all connected by gates. So we rotate them in the summertime. We rotate them to keep the pastures green and grazable. So they'll have this one for a couple weeks and then that one for a couple of weeks. And then this right behind us on the other side of this fence, that's one of our hay fields. So we'll mow and bale that for hay twice in the summer. And then instead of doing a third cutting, we turn the cows out and let them graze for the third cutting.
Nice.
So it saves us some time and energy and tractor work, and lets them
Makes
have
them
a different
happy.
place to go. Do a little self-fertilizing as they go.
Yeah. So one of the questions I have is, what do you do with the manure? And this is a combination of mud and manure that they're...
Yeah, so just this summer, we did a whole lot of work on this area right back here. We got a grant to pay for part of it through the USDA and NRCS to do a feeding pad back here. So we scraped for a full day. We had somebody come with a skid steer and he scraped and scraped and scraped all of the mud and manure out to get down to what was kind of hard pack. And then we put down a ton, not just 1 ton, lots of tons of rock, bigger rock and then gravel and then lime on top of it. So before we did that, this would get so soft and soupy that they would sink up to their chests. And it was really hard on them to get up here, and it was really hard on the calves to get around.
Yeah.
Just not good for the animals at all. So we worked real hard and we saved for a while to be able to do this. So this is a little bit of mud, but this is more manure, and it's due to be scraped out. This is probably trying to think when we did it. I think we probably did the project in like October or so, and it's 1st of March now. So this is like 5 months worth of 9 cows and a horse spending most of the winter up here around the hay bales.
Yeah.
So it's time to scrape it down and get it back down to the rock. What was your question?
You'll do that. Yeah. No.
What do I
And
do
so
with the
when
manure?
you scrape it,
Yeah,
where do you
we'll
take
scrape it and we'll pile it and we'll let it compost.
Uh-huh.
And then we will put some of it on our garden. There's going to be more than what we need for our garden. This will be the first year that we've really had this much to do
that
with.
kind of management?
Yeah. So I'm not positive, but there's a pile out there that's mostly dirt, but we will kind of make a second pile next to it.
Yeah.
Of our compost pile.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. It's a new market for us.
I'm your host, Janice Person, and you're with us on Grounded by the Farm. This video is a little bit of a preview for the podcast episode we have coming with Marybeth. Marybeth continues to offer us some of the experience that she has both as a farmer and as a vet, as well as answering some questions that my nieces and nephews who've never been out on a beef operation asked. Check us all out in Grounded by the Farm in your favorite podcast app. Also, hop over to the website, groundedbythefarm.com. You can browse all the episodes. You can check out where we have different blog posts, videos like this, all those kind of things on the website. Thank you.